Pawpaw Sammy here. Good morning, people. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite play toys. This. I've had this thing for years. Used it for years. My brother-in-law, when he built his house, the land he bought had an old well on it with no pump. They used this to get water back in the day when they was building the house. And I know what people are thinking. Why don't you just call the water company and hook it up? When you live 50 miles from nowhere, there is no water company, except what's in the ground. Anyway, I'm gonna take it and rebuild it. You see that? You don't hear anything. That means that gasket's wore out. That's a leather gasket. The last time I rebuilt it, I took an old pair of work boots and cut the leather out to make the gasket. But the gasket is apparently completely gone now. But
about how far will this type of hand pump pull water from the ground?
With a brand new gasket and well primed, you might pull, you pushing 30 feet hard. I mean, you'd be lucky.
Because that was a question I got. I have a well, but my well's 180 feet, and people are like, oh, just get a hand pump. It's almost impossible to buy a hand pump that can pull further than like 50 to 75 feet.
You know, for years I had built a little concrete pond about a foot deep and 8 or 10, 12 feet square. And I had this hooked on the side where the kids could pump. And they were circulating the water in the little pond, and they got the biggest kick out of that.
I remember.
Like I said, it's been years since I touched it. I just sprayed all the bolts and nuts with WD-40, and I'm gonna start dismantling or cleaning her up and putting it back original. The original color was red, but I don't think it was that red. I'll look up the original color as close as I can.
Now, tell them about the pipe. You were telling me that this one's very unique.
Yeah, a lot of water pipe is ancient at 16th, isn't it? Inch and a quarter. And inch and a quarter is getting hard to come by, really hard. So what I'm gonna have to do is find an adapter. If I intend to use it, I'd have to get an adapter. And getting it out of here is gonna be the problem. Up underneath there, that's gonna be a problem. I tried before, you can see the teeth mark, and couldn't break it. So I usually break it loose here, open it up and fix it and put it back together. But it's an inch and a quarter pipe.
Wow.
I think standard is what, inch and a half, 2 inch?
Well, steel pipe, they still got the inch and a quarter, inch and a half, inch and 3/4, 2 inch. It's just, you don't want galvanized pretty much.
No, it has to be black iron.
Does it? Okay, so wait.
You just gotta find it.
What is the difference between galvanized and black iron? Because I don't have a clue what y'all are talking about.
Galvanized is zinc coated.
Oh.
It's a heavy metal.
Okay, so you do not want to pull water.
No, that's that shiny silver looking pipe.
And it's not just pipe. This is
Okay, guys, this is important.
Yeah, that's
zinc.
All right, so if you're wanting hand pumps, listen to these guys. Do not put shiny metal anywhere where your water's pumping up. You said, what kind of metal?
carbon steel, black iron.
Black iron, almost like black iron cast skillets.
Yeah, it's cast iron, yeah.
What?
Now,
I learn something every
now,
day.
here's something else. A lot of people go to old refrigerators and take the grill out and put it over a fire pit and start barbecuing. You're killing yourself. That's galvanized.
I've seen so many people do
I'm
that.
telling you, you don't
on
do that.
do-it-yourself barbecue pits. Oh my gosh, Daddy! You guys, you're giving yourself cancer on your barbecue pit. I just realized.
It's heavy metal. That's what it is. Anyway, this is my next project. I'm gonna take her down, clean her up, and put her back. She'll more likely outlast me anyway, so you know. Y'all be able to go out there and stick this in your pond. Matter of thing, and stick it in your pond, and the kids can circulate your water in your pond, Stephen.
I love that. That's beautiful though.
Yeah. But Bobby, this is the pump Frank used when they built their house in Walker years ago.
Are you about Uncle Frank?
Yeah.
Oh.
That old house, that old homestead had a well, but no pump.
Okay.
And that's what he did. He borrowed this, and they used this while they was building the house.
That's
That's how
amazing.
they mixed all their concrete up back in the day.
That's right.
Hand pumped it out and then hand stirred it.
Yeah, I mean, it was so far rural, they didn't go out there. Because concrete on a truck lasts an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half at the most, and then it starts to heat.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I've seen concrete heat.
You got to get it out of that truck quick.
I did not
When you're
realize
traveling-
that.
And when you're traveling an hour and a half and going from the factory, any traffic at all, you just run a load of concrete.
Wow.
A lot of it is mixed by hand.
I honestly didn't know any of that. I hope we don't have to start rebuilding America from nothing because this generation's gonna fail.
Hey, you're talking dirty, hard work with that concrete.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, this is the next project right here. This little heavy rascal. Oh.
It is heavy, folks. So like, comment, and subscribe.